What's up, y'all? It's Timmy, and today we're going to be installing a synthetic winch line on the truck house, getting it ready for the overland and 4x4 season, so let's do it. So we're here on a beautiful sunny day in Alaska, and it's time to upgrade the winch cable on the truck from steel to synthetic. I've got several reasons I'm going to get rid of this steel cable and put a synthetic on, but first let's go check out the product and see what we're putting on. As you guys can see, we have the snow machines on here, and winter season is almost over and it's getting up to 4x4 season. So we're going to get the truck ready for some four-wheeling. And the first thing you want to do if you're going to start getting into four-wheeling is making sure you have a way to get unstuck. I've used that Warn winch a pretty good bit. I've got a Warn 12,000 on the front of the truck house here, and it saved my tail, I think, like at least 5 or 6 times now, so totally paid for itself. So I'm going to be doing a little upgrade. We have a brand new synthetic winch cable from Masterpull, so pretty stoked on that. These guys are basically the industry leaders as far as synthetic lines go. Really stoked to be throwing it on the rig. We have 85 feet of this synthetic winch cable rated to about 21,000 pounds, so should be good to go with that. Pretty stoked. Then we have a 50-foot winch line extension if I need to reach 50 feet further. That's pretty cool. Got ourselves a soft shackle. They're just easy to use, a lot safer. So there's actually a couple reasons I'm going to be installing the synthetic winch line over the cable. The number one reason is because when you have a 12,000 pound truck, if anything snaps, that's like a projectile missile. The cable just carries a really high energy load and will snap, and it can kill you if you're near it. So it's pretty sketchy. Cable also gets kinked real easy if you don't winch up really taut with the cable. It'll overtwine itself, overwrap itself, and just kinch itself down where you can't pull the cable out. So that's kind of a pain. Also, cable just frays, can pinch your skin, and all kinds of nasty stuff. So the synthetic line's pretty cool because if it does break, it doesn't carry a very high energy load, so it won't kill you, or has a lower chance of killing you at least. It's just not as sketchy if anything snaps. So that's number one reason. Number two, the synthetic line here won't kinch up as bad as the cable will, so that's also helpful. And Masterpull makes it so it's actually pretty waterproof, and I shouldn't have to worry about it freezing up where I can't unspool it, so that should resolve that issue as well. So just a lot easier to handle, a lot more pliable. Don't need gloves to handle it, and just safer, so let's throw it on. First thing we're gonna do here is just loosen everything up. We need to remove this little cotter pin right there, slide the whole pin out, and then we're going to remove this clevis hook from the cable. So let's do that first. Also want to give a quick shout out to Different Strokes of Alaska. These guys here, they're pretty awesome. They've done a ton of work on this truck. Anything I can't handle fixing in the truck, these guys have always been there for me to back me up. So really appreciate the help, y'all. Gotcha. Clevis hook, pin, and cotter pins out. Really, I should be wearing gloves with this right now. I gotta be careful if there's any rays in the cable. And there's all she wrote. It's a little Allen wrench to get that guy undone. Okay, so we're going to get a little Allen key that's holding this cable to the winch and get that out of there. The cable has been removed, and you can just kind of see cable's just kind of a mess. Go ahead and pull that aside. I'm not even gonna try to coil that up. Also, if you notice, cable will get kind of kinked like this, which is kind of sketchy, and then it can bind and it's hard to pull it out. So I think the synthetic rope's going to be a pretty big upgrade here. Okay, rope time. Break this off. Looks like the orange right here is going to go onto the winch drum here. Leave it coiled all perfectly like this and put it straight onto the ground. We're going to run up through the fair lead. Looks like they give you a little bit of stuff to lock it in here. Get our synthetic line in a nice coil there, so we're going to go ahead and feed it through the fair lead, and we're going to attach it just right there where my Warn winch cable attached. Alright guys, so you can check this out. That loop is attached to the Masterpull, and it's attached with the original Warn threaded little Allen bolt and that little washer that came with the Masterpull. And now we're basically just going to fire up the winch and roll everything in and see how it sits. And if you're doing this, be really careful. Do not hit any buttons when your finger is anywhere near that. So common sense in that one. And when you get over near the corner, you might have to kind of help stack it up nicely. Right, we're just about done here. Yeah, I like how that flaps around, so I'm going to secure that a different way. So we're just going to go like that. We're just going to put this old shackle through here, secure it back in the bumper. And as you guys can see, that was a pretty simple install. Synthetic lines attached, pretty sweet, and hopefully we won't be using it, but we're gonna be using it before too long here, so pretty stoked on it. For now, I'm just gonna coil this old winch cable up and just hold on to it. Other than that, project's complete, and we're ready to rally. Well, that's a wrap, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll do it again soon. Peace, y'all. We're officially all packed and loaded. We're taking Aaron's car into town, and we're getting on a plane and flying to Juneau right now. For those of you guys that don't know, the Alaska Folk Festival is just a very large gathering of musicians from all over the world in Juneau, Alaska. It's once a year, usually the second or third week of April, and it's a hoot. It's like a 3-day Muppet show. It's gonna be so much fun. Our band, the Shoot Dangs, is playing Friday and Saturday night, along with the Avery Wolves. Are playing a split show, so we're stoked. This is the first show we played in 9 months, which is nuts. And normally I like doing outdoor stuff this time of year, like getting out in the snow machines and stuff, but we're going to Juneau. Let's go.
We should get some fig leaves. I was thinking like Nathan could have a fig leaf. Barb can be like